All right, guys. So as you know, Molly Qerim works with Stephen A. Smith, and this is Stephen A. Smith's girlfriend who has out of the blue emerged allegedly, right? So I'm just as lost as you guys. I didn't know that Stephen A. Smith even had a girlfriend or longtime wife, whatever this situation is. Let's get into this, guys. Now, guys, I know what you were thinking. Like maybe you wanted to write this lady off, but you can see from over the time she has been with Stephen A. Smith for a while. And I actually just Googled a picture of Stephen A. Smith's girlfriend, and this is what I found. It's the same lady, guys, right? Same lady. You even see here in the Google search, Stephen A. Smith hits beach with female companion on trip. So you guys tell me. I mean, like, it doesn't seem like this lady will be coming out of the blue making up stories as such if she didn't have ties with Stephen A. Smith in some fashion or manner, okay? So let's just clear that up right now. She is legit involved with Stephen A. Smith, okay? And apparently this lady is well known in the industry, not only in television, but also the tech industry. So she has some sort of ties that allows her to be able to trace the IP address or whatever it was to Molly Qerim's burner. Let's keep going. You see here where one burner or some account says, I don't care what Molly Qerim does. She's the eye candy of the show. Straight up sexy. She's a prize trophy for sure. This is what Miss Stephen A. Smith said. Apparently she doesn't want the world to know her name. If you guys know her name, drop it in the comment section. That's the problem. A show needs quality content as a priority for people to watch. She bought none. Further, if she wanted to be eye candy, she couldn't even get that part right. When have you ever seen her on the cover of anybody's magazine? P.S. Amy, how many fake accounts do you have? Do you want me to go back live and talk about the way you were illegally buying and selling bank securities? At FDIC.gov, here is more evidence. And she'll talk about this in a video, how she was the some type of big position for the FDIC. So this is how she's apparently able to track down IP addresses and dictate if these are burner accounts or not. And guys, you see over time just where Mrs. Stephen A. Smith, she just goes at all of these. I don't know if these are burner accounts, but she is doing her due diligence and adding Molly Qerim in these. As you see, this is another one right here. On social media, people often use the term SA as an abbreviation for sexual assault. At Molly Qerim also uses SA to sound phonetically like essay in Spanish because Stephen A. Smith always says he loves Spanish-speaking women. And Molly Qerim wants people to think it's her when he's talking about me. You see here, guys, this Miss Stephen A. Smith lady, she goes the extremities. I mean, look at some of these comments here, guys. Let's read this. And this is her going at allegedly another burner account. Did you know that the FBI has been monitoring my social media accounts for years due to threats to my life? You and others are about to be fully exposed. President Trump will approve it. Like, see, hey, when you see a woman like this talking like this lets me know this woman here is she's willing to go to the extreme. So I already know what type of woman Stephen A. Smith has been dealing with, and I see why his ass is always acting like and now I see where the beta is coming from, because she definitely has a little bit of masculine energy going on here, guys. This is from the burner account to her where it says, well, I wouldn't waste a second making any threats to you since you reading people. Telling the story about Stephen A. Smith had you escorted off the set of First Take when he was here in DC a few months ago because you popped up. You are a nutcase. Like, this is what makes this seems like this may be Molly Qerim, because who else would know this? Who else would know that this lady was escorted from the set, right? Who would know this? But Miss Stephen A. Smith, that is where you are loud and wrong. Sweetie, I was right there. I went home early because I felt sick, but later found out that I was pregnant. Enjoy prison. Keep adding to the evidence they already have. What? Like, Stephen A. Smith, you got a baby on the way, bro? Like, what's going on? Let's get into this clip to find out, guys. I don't know, man.
Hey, y'all. You ready for a little story time? You know that kid in school who's always, like, really, really quiet? And there's a bully that keeps on picking on him until everybody finally finds out that that kid got them hands? I'm that kid that got them hands.
Yeah, she crazy. Yeah, this lady crazy, man. Stephen A. Smith, no wonder you keep this one tucked. No wonder you keep this one tucked. See, the thing about a crazy person is sometimes, man, I mean, opposite attracts, bro. Like when I say this lady is crazy, possessiveness can make you crazy. And that's exactly what this seems to be to me, in my opinion.
So let's have a little story time about Molly on First Take. See, Molly came at me last night for the, I don't know how many times, from a fake account. And she was making fun of me. But she didn't know that I know who she is. And so I told her, like Stephen told her, to stop calling him SA. But she wouldn't listen. And I told her not to do it again or I was going to air her out. And so she decided to get on First Take today to do it. So let me tell you a little bit about Molly.
This lady, do you see the look in this lady's face? Do you see the look in this lady's face? Now, guys, this is starting to kind of make me be like, I don't know, man. Maybe Stephen A. Smith did have to call the police to get you escorted, offset and away from the campus. Because you have to be careful with a woman like this. When a woman like this knows a lot about you, you can't even afford to leave her. Because Stephen A. Smith, the icon he is, the reputation he's built, a lady like this will come and tear that shit down by doing stuff like this, like what she's doing now. She knows too much. Maybe this is a lesson for Stephen A. Smith to stop doing all that pillow talking, because look at what can happen. But let's keep going.
Stephen S.A. Molly actually falsely accused Stephen of sexual harassment. This was after he rejected her advances because I guess she thought that he didn't really love me. Anyway, so let's go back about Molly.
Yo, Stephen A. Smith, who is this lady? Bro, Stephen A. Smith, you get on your show and talk about everything under the sun. How could you keep this from us? Not saying that it's our business and whatnot, but clearly this lady knows some stuff. I don't see a lady calling herself Miss Stephen A. Smith. That's the first sign of crazy, when you're calling yourself somebody's whole name and the world doesn't know who you are, first of all.
Molly was the one who actually planted the story about her and Stephen having an affair.
Wow.
When Stephen wanted to address it, his bosses told him not to. Molly blamed that on Jalen, her ex-husband.
So is that the reason why Jalen Rose was let go from ESPN? Wow. Allegedly, if this is true, guys, this is crazy. This is some fantastic tea.
Molly was jealous because, see, Jalen told Molly not to move to Connecticut, but she didn't listen. And then she got mad at the results. So then she decided to go after Stephen A. After she saw him coming up even more. Well, baby, she didn't know that Stephen A. is all about Nikita. So
that's her name, Makita. Did she say Makita or Nikita? Y'all let me know in the comment section. We have a name.
Anyway, she plants this story, and she thought it was going to faze me, but it didn't. Because the one thing I know about my man, he likes all the assets, and she ain't got none.
Ooh, hey, crazy. Hey, this lady here, man. Hey, she oddly, this lady has personality. I won't be surprised if some type of reality show reaches out to her to have her on there, because people like this who are unaware of just how crazy they may come off. I mean, in a good way, because she has like a personality. But nah, man, Stephen A. Smith, you gotta be careful, bro. I see what you're doing here, man. Hey, cheaper to keep her, bro. Cheaper to keep her. Makita. Huh. Wow. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. and Makita Smith. Stephen A. and Makita Smith. She is out to hunt Molly Qerim. She is not playing about her essay.
So she let it play out. And so when it didn't come, I told Stephen at that moment, I said, you should nip this in the bud, because she is going to claim you harassed her. And he said, no, my bosses told me not to. And there's another story about those bosses that actually are trying to sabotage Stephen A. at ESPN, but I'll talk about that later.
See, she know too much, Stephen. She know too much. Now, what you gonna do if your bosses get a hold of this tape, this footage, which I'm quite sure they will, because this is YouTube. What are you gonna do? And this is a clip that is going viral, guys. Like, when women get their emotions involved on both sides, this is what happens. See, Stephen A. Smith is in the middle of some type of odd love triangle. I don't know what to call this because I don't know how true the relations or sexual relations may be. Stephen A. Smith does love Spanish women. He has on air said that, and apparently he loves the sisters. But when you have someone like this coming out saying, "Oh, it's another story we could talk about another time," about how those bosses are trying to sabotage Stephen A. Smith, it's gonna negatively impact Stephen A. Smith. Like, this is what happens when you pillow talk with people you think you can trust, and they know all of the dirty laundry. They know everything that's going on at ESPN, and they don't even work there, but they have all of this knowledge because of who? Stephen A. Smith. You shoot yourself in the foot, bro, every time. When women get emotional, they don't know how to be logical. So she's really angry, but she's actually letting out a bit too much. And Stephen A. Smith should check this and keep it in check.
Molly was the one who did it. She planted the story. She falsely accused Stephen, and apparently she didn't think I was about this life. But baby, I'm about this life.
Ooh.
See, Stephen should have told you, not only am I a banking expert, I'm an IT expert. And on top of that, I was the EEO director at the FDIC. Now, you better come again before you come correct, before you come at me, because I'd rather be growing my baby. But baby, I'll stop and take care of you.
Whoa. So I want you guys to, whoa. Is she pregnant?
Before you come correct, before you come at me, because I'd rather be growing my baby. But baby, I'll stop and take care of you.
What is going on with Stephen A. Smith? You got a junior essay on the way and you didn't tell the world, Stephen A. Smith? Is this true? Is this something? Is this nothing? Like, what's going on, guys? I don't know, man. But hey, this lady said more than enough. I'm gonna let you guys digest this and tell me what y'all think. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you drop those comments in the comment section, guys. Who is this lady? Is this true? I don't know, guys. Apparently Stephen A. Smith has a baby on the way, allegedly, based off of this lady. You guys saw it for yourself. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.